and I cannot roleplay that because I don't really know. And I know some parts have been underwhelming, but obviously he like projects in like very epic, badass boss words that that he explains that your enemies, that the gods that created this world and kept you in prison, are his enemies too, and you just were caught between their eons long struggle. And now, seeing that he managed to take away this thing from them, he like begins his full-on war. And if somebody asks about like who he is exactly, or like what is his story, he doesn't say, he just gives you visions, images that leave you at the first moment, leave you like slightly overwhelmed, because even immortal mind is not doesn't often come to meet such presence. But as I hinted several times that I have plans that this is a part of like larger movie. Then you just like get visions, or rather we get visions as the camera like shows. It's like a ending part of Lucy. It shows like different times and ages, different worlds, and it comes back in. When there was nothing, when there was like absolute pure chaos and nothing, void, nothingness, and there was like a change, shift. Powerful enough to gain intelligence, to gain consciousness, and to be so not impossible, not to be so endless, never-ending, with his power.
No, nothing.
With his power, then by his sheer presence, after some, it cannot be even say, but time, because at that point there wasn't even a concept of time. Then, from his presence, the second one, him, was created, born, more like created. And he, as a first creation, also saw, as the first one, planted Yggdrasil itself, and gave birth to many. But then, nothing goes last forever, and the gods that were born from their both, like mainly first one's essence, power, were scared, mad, like have some fault. They're probably like they're thinking too much by some strange reason. Maybe thinking that there might be only one. Maybe by thinking that they like existence too much and they don't want to be under the palm of their creator, because creator might as well destroy them. Where they rebelled. The war left many of them dead, but also the first one, maybe not purely dead, because you cannot purely kill something like that, but they made something that prevents him from acting directly, so almost like dead, but not purely dead. For the past ages, millennia, he's gathering followers, allies, servants for the greatest war existence ever know. And he gives you, like, apart from Endif, he just looks at you, all of you, and just gives you one simple question. Do you want me to join in this crusade against my enemies and your enemies too, against mad guys? If so, then we have a lot of work to do.
A wondrous work is never done.
Yeah, perhaps Aoti somehow gets the thing. I mean, no, Aoti knows that. I think I already said that to her that, yeah, the shadow puppeter master is one of the enemies, the mad gods, so...
After all, we must wander eternally.
Indeed.
So...
True that.
What, is someone bowling?
Not quite.
So, like, how do you respond? And like, do you just simply say standing upright, or do you like bend on one knee as a sign
No.
of respect? He's not too much on. I mean, I know this might be like underwhelming to see that basically a progenitor of all gods is acting so human, but I like that it is this way, and I have like good like reasoning why they are that way.
The truth of the matter is, like, Oti, like,
You
at
know,
least you would.
as I imagine the scene, if you just simply ask him, "Will I be able to get my vengeance if I go with you?" and then he just like thinks for a moment. The Master of Fate, the Shadow Puppeteer. Indeed, you will.
Yeah, but at least Oti suspect that this war that he's planning on, it's not gonna come for a very, very long time. And the big players, such as the Shadow Puppeteer, will most likely meet his end, if at all, at the very end battle. Which means that by the time she actually gets his hand on him, a long, long time has gone.
You are immortal, are you not?
What did you say?
You are immortal, are you not?
Yes, but if I were to swear in my fealty to you, I would have to follow your orders. And I think that it would be much easier for me to find him by my own than to find him with your group.
It's just like almost invisible nod. It's your choice. As I said, I don't plan to negotiate nor convince anybody. Perhaps you will use the chaos of the war spanning many worlds for your advantage. If so, I just wish you good luck. After all, if you take one of them, then it's less work.
Perhaps one day I'll find you again and I'll reconsider your offer, but no.
Those who wander worlds and achieve power sooner or later do.
Mayhaps, but no, I'll find him, I'll find it and I'll kill it. And then we'll see what becomes of me. And then not, like, let somebody else speak.
So it's only like Genhiro left. Honestly, I imagine that I don't know about John because I'm not sure about his character, but I'm sure that Lysander, with I think he would like spin it enough that he would join him.
You mean Adam, right?
Yeah, Lysander would join the second one. I'm saying the character's name.
Alright.
Perennial.
You remember?
That one shot is non-canon to this universe.
You don't want overpowered characters and yet you summon Saitama. What is this nonsense?
Alright. So I'm kind of zoned out for a second. What were we talking about?
Do you want to join an eternal crusade against the gods?
The mad gods that were just created this.
You will have to abandon your little village. Which may or may not be covered in a blizzard right now.
Fight gods, live happily. Fight gods, live happily.
Yeah, I think I know what your choice would be.
Genkiro kind of ponders for a few seconds. By the way, is Ramus and the others there too?
Yeah. So like Ramis doesn't say anything. She just like looks between second and she like her face is like unreadable, or more, maybe not exactly unreadable. It's like this kind of face because you are at this point of your well, you're already married, so it's just like her eyes say and her face say, whatever you will do, I will support you, and I will.
Alright. Well, as much as I would love to go punch a god in the nose, and he kind of walks up to Ramis and just deep kisses her. And looks back to the others. I made my choice. And says nothing else.
He just like nods deeply in understanding. Power of love, one of the redeeming qualities of every civilization. And yeah, I'm just not gonna go.
Didn't Troy fall because of love?
Yep. No, Troy fell because of a selfish woman.
Yeah, Troy fell because of the women, not.
Oh, right.
I think because of love, the better example would be Fuck, I cannot pronounce that. King Arthur, Guinevere, and.
Alright.
I think.
Genevieve, I think it was.
Genevieve. I have no fucking idea how to pronounce that. Yeah, so
it's Guinevere, as far as I know.
Yeah. Yeah. So he like looks at us. Yeah, some of the Wanderers like accept. Some, yeah, just to like you made your choices. Just I'm gonna like make a slight change that he doesn't exactly like. He says like if you need. I might consider not as an servant but as an ally. So if you learn the secrets of plane walking, sooner or later maybe perhaps you will have a chance to find me.
He or kind of not.
Or definitely wars that will come in our wake.
Question: would the Titan's Forge open again now that the war is over?
It will need some.
Because then Oti would go there and buy. Well, ask him to forge her a way to travel between realms, so that she may leave this world.
Travel between realms will be possible. It's now right. It's possible because the Trail of Yggdrasil has been fully matured and connected to other worlds. That's the reason the second one.
Yeah, I know.
Troop has been
Oti doesn't know how to travel between worlds. That's why she's gonna ask for an item.
Okay, so you made your choice, and as a sort of like several like scenes, you know, the credits start slowly rolling, and we see like epilogue for certain characters.
Well,
we only see like Endif walking away alongside other heroes, anti-heroes, villains, beings of power with second.
As Endif walks away, he turns around and yells to his former allies and still friends, "Remember, everyone. Follow your direction."
Fucking knew it! And I imagine Genkiro is like, Endif!
You whippersnapper!
So I suppose we cut to the epilogue. Is Genkiro happy with his family?
Yeah, Genkiro, I imagine.
Yeah, so we're doing a 40 years later kind of deal.
It might be 40.
And if you know what 40 years later is, good on you.
I mean, I kinda had imagined like because Alti wanted to go to that Titan Forge, so it like happens half a year later when the seasons have changed. And mayhaps not alone, maybe with Genkiro and Jai, because after all, he's the guy that, I don't know, do you consider him a comrade?
Me?
I mean, like, I'm asking like mainly Alti and Genkiro, because Endif, like, he thinks he's like, every time he gets an epilogue, he's like in other universe, sometimes in fantasy version, sometimes modern, sometimes sci-fi, just doing what he do best, fighting and still
Hmm. So,
So I asked
how
like
is...
in curiosity, did you like both went to like a Vulcan?
Um, Genkero probably wouldn't go
He
as
wouldn't go
soon as.
immediately,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
I would go probably alone unless Jai wanted to follow me for some reason.
just to spam black tentacle.
Yes, like all the way. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my headcanon.
Yes. He
Okay,
went there to...
so as you like appear again in Titan forms, as you see, like not all corridors have opened up, but majority of them. And then there was a silence, and then you like hear the first thump of hammer as Vulcan works again. But of course, as he sees you, he stops and he gives like a bright, shining smile. It is good to see you all.
Good to see you too. I'm glad you didn't have to close down shop for too long.
I'm glad so too. And seeing that you are here, and yeah, I felt who appeared, who was here. And I guess I will not need to close the place will not need to be closed as long as I live, as long as the law of cycles have been broken, I think.
Yet my quest remains. So I am here to ask you, could you craft me an item capable of allowing me and whoever I wish to travel through dimensions? And
For
away
you,
from...
certainly. But for the sake of our, well, I don't know if you consider me as a friend, but companionship, being acquaintances, do you mind me asking, what is your like final goal that you seek in other worlds?
The end of the Shadow Puppeteer. The one who caused the A of Chaos and ended my family. Well, not my family, but my friends and those who I considered family.
He like nods, with like a, and he like has a like dream. Tis a tale, but I will make sure. It will take some time, and I will be happy to stay, you to stay and taste some of my. I hear
Sounds
dwarves
like a
are
fair
good,
deal.
and
I
will
got
make
them
sure
from this giant.
from Nikolai, from a guy named Nikolai. No, he's special because he's like a crafter, so he likes to try different sort of crafts. Yeah, it's not Gilgamesh sort of wine, but
It's good.
it's very solid. And he like we see as the days pass, like a week passes, and every day like you were like talking, drinking. He's been working, and because normally he would do that quickly, but because of you said truthfully what's your quest is, he said, I will make sure that with this hopefully you will be able to find him sooner than later. So he's like adding an extra kick to it, an extra sort of amount of power to
As
give
if
you
I'm
like
traveling
higher
down a
chance of finding your target.
So rather than searching an ocean, I'm searching a river.
And he like shrugs. It's something, I would say. And like after a week, like he like kneels on one knee, like lowers himself, like on his massive hand. There's like a very small ring dedicated for a dwarf. Then he like graciously gives it to you. I hope that it will serve you as good as my other creations for you and your friends.
Yes, I hope so too. Mayhaps I'll return here to thank you when everything is all over. I wish you a good life, dear Titan.
Well,
Yeah, Vulcan. Sorry, I completely forgot. Dear Vulcan.
and I wish you that you may find whatever you want in your life and finish your. And may you find a life after revenge.
If there's anything left of me, then. Otis smiles.
Wow,
sad.
Aoti is even more fucking dark than Archer. More cynical than him, definitely. More burnt out.
Yeah.
And
Anyhow.
yeah, then we see her living to other worlds.
Oti walks many worlds before she finds it, but that's a story for another day. What happened when she met him, and what became of her. So-
Indeed, it is.
What happens to
And-
Genkiro?
Yeah.
Genkiro.
let's-
What happens 40 years later, as you call
I mean,
it?
let's like Genkiro. You have your like own spotlight for like epilogue, not only 40 years later, but what you deem is good enough for Genkiro's epilogue. Freeform, go.
I feel like the next campaign in this world, the starting town should be a certain town, or should be a certain city called Sanctuary.
You know, that would
And
be
it's
pretty
still
good.
ruled by Genkiro.
Tales of a
With an
tale
iron
of an
fist.
ancient man and his wife who built this city long ago after
I mean,
saving this world.
we do have eternal youth, right?
Yeah.
Mm,
Alright. Just checking.
yeah. That's a pretty cool idea, to be honest. So yeah.
So if we're going to use this world in another campaign sometime, in it, perhaps another setting.
I have some ideas, but nothing too concrete. But
So
to be
yeah,
honest, I'm slightly. It's nice to like have a nudge wink to say to like players that yes, your characters are alive and still around here, but I don't want.